Today we are going to talk about gratitude. Gratitude is a form of appreciation or thankfulness over the things we have. So we are going to talk about three aspects of gratitude. First being inanimate objects, two living beings, and three virtue or qualities. So these are the three things which we can show gratitude for. So the first being inanimate objects. So these are the things that we use in daily life, like our food, our clothes, our shelter, medicine, so on and so forth. These things do not appear on their own. They come to being through the process of the blood and sweat of many people, many beings. So we are taught to reflect wisely whenever we use them. For instance, when we eat, we do not eat out of enjoyment. We do not eat out of pleasure. We do not eat out of beautification. However, we eat it to delay hunger, the unpleasant feelings of hunger, and to lead a meaningful life. So this way we can develop contentment. So normally when we are ungrateful, we will complain. Everything's not enough. We are greedy, we want more. So in most spiritual traditions, we are taught to be grateful, to develop contentment. This way we can find inner peace and we can live in harmony in society. Next, we can talk about number two, living beings. In the teachings of karma and rebirth, all beings have been our parents before. It is such a complicated relationship, so we shall not talk about it. Just talk about this lifetime. So in this life, our parents are our first teachers, and we are taught to treat them like Brahmas, treat them like gods. So this analogy about repaying them, how to repay our parents. In this Kataniya Sutta, if we were to carry both our parents on our shoulders for 100 years, we are still unable to repay their kindness. So to repay their kindness spiritually, we can be a very virtuous person. Whenever we do a good deed, a good act, we have this dedication of merit, this chant to dedicate it to them. So how does it help them? We may not change our parents' habits, negative habits or behaviors, but through goodness and kindness, can we influence them and make them reflect on the meaning of life? So this will help them improve spiritually and thus repay their kindness. Last but not least, we can talk about number three, virtues. Grateful to our virtues. We can thank our spiritual teachers, our good companions, our good friends that lead us to the good path, to the wholesome path. So with that in mind, I thank all beings. May you be well and happy. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. Welcome to another session with me, Ustaz Mizi. In this episode, I will be sharing some reflections on the topic of gratitude. Gratitude is a universal thing that is taught by many faiths. Gratitude is a feeling that comes upon deep reflection. Sometimes you can simply say, as some people say, rather, you can simply put it as counting your blessings. Counting your blessings can be done by simply naming some things that you have been grateful for, some blessings, so to speak, some gifts, some things that made you happy, made you smile, made you feel loved, remembered. But gratitude needs to be trained, and that's the one truth. Because living our lives every day in this world, we are surrounded by and bombarded by so many distractions, busyness, responsibilities, work, pain, problems, loss, that it becomes hard for us to naturally want to be grateful for something every single day. But indeed, the lives of the pious, the righteous, the lives of those who have lived an exemplary life in this world, the lives of those who have found the true meaning of happiness, peace, joy, and success, are the lives of people who have found ways to be disciplined in being grateful for the blessings that they have. Now, amidst living in these unprecedented times where most of 2020 has not gone our way, I know many of us feel like we had 2020 planned to be the big year, the year our business does well, the year we get a new job, the year we graduate and land our dream job. It's the year that we're going to have our grand wedding. And every single one of those things that we have imagined and planned for so far has not turned out exactly how we wanted them to be. And so this is where it challenges us as individuals, as spiritual beings, trying to make sense of everything that has happened, and yet still being reminded today through all these videos, a message on gratitude and gratefulness. Like, how do we even practice that? What is a practical way of showing and expressing gratitude? Well, you know what's beautiful in my study and in the teachings of Islam, if I may share with everyone who's watching, our messenger of God, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said, Man lam yashkurin nas, lam yashkurillah. Whoever who has not truly thanked the people, then they have not truly thanked Allah, God. And so what Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did was to teach us that one of the ways to express true gratitude, and even if this is something that you intend to give to God, you must first learn to acknowledge and appreciate the people around you. A simple thank you note, a simple text to show that you care and you appreciate the efforts, them going out of their way to do something that's hard, it's difficult, that probably they would never do if we were not in this predicament. A lot of the healthcare workers have sacrificed their days, their rest hours, their ability to freely mix and be in close proximity, even with the people living in their own households. They can't interact as much. There are many people who have made huge sacrifices, and maybe what we can do to express gratitude is to say thank you to them first. When you thank the people, then that's the true meaning of gratitude in my religion, and that is something that I thought I could share that was deep and profound in its meaning, but practical in its application. I hope that helps. I hope that benefits. Thank you. Signing out. Take care. Peace be upon you.
Peace be with you. Welcome to this week's session on gratitude. Gratitude is a foundational virtue and practice on the spiritual journey that keeps us humble to the fact that all of life is a gift, provided we not just see, but are able to perceive beyond a shallow reality. What is it really? Most of us know something about it, have ideas about it, and know from a young age that it is linked very much with what good deportment and manners are. We know how to act in gratitude, but do we know how to live it? I'd like to suggest that it is not so much something we do than being found by gratitude. We stumble upon it when we are surprised by life. We become alive to gratitude. So how does one become alive by gratitude? When we have been awakened to see that all we have is gift. Our family, though at times dysfunctional, our jobs, though not perfect, our health sometimes sickly, our friends, though sometimes they fail us, all in life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, are necessary elements of life that invite us only to live more fully and deeply who we are as human beings, to enter into the deep untapped potential of the gift we truly are. When we live unconsciously, we are dead. Precisely, are we not dead to whatever we take for granted? When we are awake to who we truly are, we become alive and begin to see how grateful we are for the growth, the transformation, the maturity that the hurts, pains, and the suffering and brokenness in our lives are inviting us to, without which we would not be who we are today. Thus, gratitude is an attitude that we need to stay awake and therefore alive to all of life. And when we do, our gratitude gives life to all around us. When I am alive to life, I'm grateful. And when I'm grateful, I am alive. There's no difference. It is not our circumstances that determines how grateful we are. For the truly grateful person continues to give life no matter how bad their circumstances. That is why we need the poor and not the other way around, because they teach us what it truly means to live with gratitude. At the home of a handicapped and orphan, for orphan children in a third world country, I never encountered children more happy and alive, though they live on so little, compared to the less happy and alive children of more fortunate nations. Look at the saints of this world, right? Martin Luther King, Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta, Nelson Mandela, Dorothy Day. They lead the way in teaching us how to live. Their lives have become a living testimony to gratitude because of the way they live, the total giving of their lives away in gratitude for the gift that they are. A gift is not a gift until we can give it away. This, in essence, is what lived gratitude is about. It simply begins by being alive to the mundane in our daily living, the way we wash our dishes, cook our food, eat our meals. Are we gratefully performing them, or are they mere chores? When we are alive to them, they become acts of contemplation or prayer that reawaken our heart of gratefulness. So, live a life in gratefulness for all that you are. And blessings on living this journey as a gift. Take care and have a good retreat.
Today, our topic of sharing is about gratitudes. Taoists believe that being grateful is important too, in our daily living and some way related to our mindfulness. Taoists recognize that mindfulness is vital in our daily living. We should be happy and content with what we have, especially we are living harmoniously in Singapore. Like what we always say, the greatest joy is to be content. In our faith, we also discuss about pandemic are also part of the changes in nature. Things are evolving constantly, but nature also gives us a solution to every problem, which was highlighted in our past episode. While things are evolving constantly in our daily lives, we ought to be constantly remind ourselves to be grateful to all beings and our loved ones. In Chinese, known as 尊师重道. For instance, nature creates resources and provides solutions for us. Our parents nurture and taking care of us. Friends and colleagues reaching out for one another. Our teachers and mentors provide guidance and mentorship support to us, and etc. We always need to be grateful towards to those who have showered us with care and concern during the good and bad times. Apart from being grateful to all beings, 道德经 chapter 49 remind us to exercise gratefulness to those who are our enemies or someone that oppositing you. Such act is to remind ourselves to be benevolent and compassion towards others, and also to cultivate others to be kind too. In Mandarin, it interpreted as 对于善良的人，我善待于他；对于不善良的人，我也善待他，这样就可以得到善良了，从而使人人向善。Here are some examples that we can show our gratitude towards others. Doing charitable work within your means, such as doing voluntary work in the place of worships, nursing homes, welfare homes, and pet shelters. Showing care and concern to the group of vulnerable, such as offering your seats to the needy ones when you are taking public transport, showing empathy and assisting the physical disability one in the public places. This sort of humanity acts is to remind us to be grateful and exercise social responsibility in this society that we are living in, and remind ourselves to be content. In Mandarin, we say 取之社会，用之社会. Whenever people see Taoist family has an altar at home, means to pray. But actually, if we look back to the history, the altar in our house or home are dedicated space for us to do self-reflection and be thankful to our religion in every moment we live. Likewise, it's a reminder to us to set aside time to practice mindfulness and gratefulness. Of course, not to forget to cherish the Tao within us. Before I end my sharing, I would like to refer to a verse from the I Ching, which reminds us to be positive and have confidence in whatever we do, and to stay humble and not to strive with others. In Mandarin, we say, 自强不息，厚德载物. Let us stay united and have self-confidence in whatever we do. Always cherish the current living status and be grateful of what we have, and not to forget on self-improvement in our knowledge and life skill too. Take care and stay safe.
Namaste. Today we are going to talk about gratitude. And in the Hindu tradition, we have a Sanskrit word that defines gratitude. It is called kritajna. It is a combination of two words, krita and jna. Krita means that has been done, or that which has been done. And jna means awareness or knowledge. So therefore, gratitude can be defined as the awareness of what has been done. So you can see that gratitude has a very strong connection to awareness, or sometimes even called memory. So in the Hindu tradition, there are two important components that help us to have gratitude or be grateful. The first one is memory. And as you can see, memory is a very, very important contributing factor to gratitude. Because if you cannot remember the acts or the people who have done good to you, it is quite difficult to be grateful. So therefore, inevitably, memory has a very strong influence on gratitude. And one of the things, or one of the beliefs in Hinduism, is that to develop memory, we should do more good deeds. So that is what in the Hindu text Bhagavad Gita says, or it implies rather. So in order for us to develop this memory, now we should do more and more good deeds. So that is one of the beliefs in Hinduism. So that covers the first component. The second component that also contributes to gratitude or being grateful is that the act that has been done to us or done for us would have to be conducive to our happiness, or perhaps even well-being or the betterment of our self. So that also allows us to be grateful. That is the reason why we are grateful to all the good deeds that have been done to us or done for us. And we are not usually grateful for the bad deeds. And to look at it from another standpoint, sometimes even the bad things that have been done to us can also allow us to be grateful, although it is very difficult. If you look at the things that have not been conducive to our well-being or happiness, now that also informs us of the things that does not contribute to our happiness. And by knowing that, we can then know what is it that can contribute to my happiness, which is the opposite of things that have been done to us which are bad. So even people who have done things that we do not like or that did not bring happiness to us, now they also can teach us, and we can be also grateful towards them if that is possible for you. So in summary, there are two important components for us to be grateful. The first one is memory, and we can develop that by good actions, good deeds. And the second one is if the act has been conducive to our well-being, happiness, or the betterment of ourselves. So coming to the point of being grateful and having gratitude, it is very important for us to have this ability to be grateful, because it constantly reminds us to also do good deeds to others. So that is another value that gratitude can bring to us. And this covers the first part of today's sharing from the Hindu perspective. And the second part is going to be a spiritual practice that can allow us to develop gratefulness or gratitude. Thank you. Now we are going to spend some time practicing gratitude or gratefulness. And I am going to guide you through the process. For this practice, I would like you to probably have a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil, or you could use a digital notebook if that works for you. And I'm going to guide you through the steps one at a time. Now, when you are ready, now grab a piece of paper, and if you need more time, please, you can pause this video for a minute for you so that you can grab a piece of paper. In this practice, we are going to give our gratitude to ourselves and others. And let us start with the self. It is also important for us to be grateful to what we have within us. Now, this could be your physical being, or it could also be your mental apparatus, because your mental state and your abilities also contributes to many things that you could be happy with, or the things that you could have possibly accomplished that actually contributes to the betterment of yourself. Therefore, we need to recognize that we need to be grateful to what we have within us. So when you're ready, please close your eyes if you would like to, because it allows you to be not distracted. Otherwise, you can keep your eyes open. Now, when you're ready, please say these words, either softly or you can do this mentally. May I overcome my obstacles. May I experience goodness. May I attain my goals. May I be happy. Now we are going to extend our gratitude to others. And the first group of people that we are going to extend our gratitude to are people that we are related to. And in this particular group, there are two types of people. People with whom we have created relationships with choice, for example, our spouse, and people that we have chosen to be our friends. Now, these are people that we have made a choice over or to be with. And there are also people with whom we had no choice. For example, your parents and your siblings. Now, these are the relationships that have been given to you, with you having no choice. So we are going to now bring them to our minds and then extend our gratitude. Now, in the piece of paper or the note that you have, now please write down the people with whom you are related to by choice, and then the people that you are related to which are given to you. I'm going to give you 1 minute for you to write this down. When you are ready, I would like you to bring this group of people to your mind and then say these words mentally or say it softly. May you overcome your obstacles. May you experience goodness. May you attain your desires. May you be happy. Now we are going to extend our gratitude to people who are not related to us, and also including beings that are part of nature. This could be the leaders in our country. This could be the many people who are silently contributing to us by ensuring our safety and also our health and well-being. Now you can bring them all in your mind space by writing their roles and their names perhaps in the list that you have. Also add things that are in the nature that you live in. Now, the many things around us that is part of our nature or the space or the environment that we are in that could also contribute to our well-being and also our happiness that we can be grateful for. Please write those things in that list as well. All right, so take 1 minute to do this. When you are ready, please say these words. May you overcome your obstacles. May you experience goodness. May you attain your desires. May you be happy. With that, we have come to the end of the practice. And you could do this gratitude practice every day if you could. And it allows you to form great memories about people around you as well as the beings around you. And that allows you to also return this goodness that you have experienced to others as well. And it becomes a very beautiful cycle and a chain where you contribute actions that better the well-being of others or improve the well-being of others, and they in turn would do the same. And it starts with first remembering those good deeds. With that, thank you, my friends. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.